What's the good word, y'all? It's CG, Craig Green. I am your host of Falcons Daily. We are back here on a Thursday morning to chop it up with you guys. Just so y'all know, training camp is over. Well, at least the open practice portion of it. So there will be no more open practices after Wednesday's practice with the Titans. And so now the Falcons will be doing more of the internal preparations and doing things in a game week mode going forward. And after yesterday's practice, the big story, of course, was the skirmishes that happened. Michael Penix, our quarterback, getting involved in a brawl with the Titans yesterday. Some of the accounts are that Penix started the fight. Don't know how, but again, that's just some of the accounts we got from Flowery Branch. What are your feelings on our quarterback getting into a scuffle with the Titans? And apparently it happened after a pass from Penix to Ray McCloud, a deep shot that they connected on. And apparently the Titans did not like the level of celebration or things coming out of the mouth of Penix. And that's what started things. He was in the pile, ended up on the ground, which luckily, nothing happened. He came away unharmed, and everybody actually came away safe after the skirmish. No one was injured. That's a good thing on either side. But how do you feel about it? It's twofold for me. The thing of it is number one, I like the moxie. I like the scrappiness. I like I like some of that part of it. The other part I don't like, obviously, is the injury risk, the injury aspect of it. Also, the fact that he could find himself doing, getting in, being emotional, doing something that could get him in trouble. So if this happens during the regular season, there's a good chance, if he does something out of character again, he could get called for unnecessary roughness or unsportsmanlike conduct. Those are all penalties that are going to knock us back 15 yards. They do us no favors. So that's how I feel about it. You want to know how Caden Ellis feels about it? Let's talk about it. Caden Ellis chimed in. He got word from the sideline from one of his teammates. And this is what Caden Ellis had to say. He said, "I'm off on the sidelines. One of the guys comes up to me and is like, dude, our quarterback is different. Our quarterback is different." I was like, "What happened?" He said, "He was the one fighting and everyone jumped the dude." I was like, "All right, Mike, I love you, dog. I love you, dog. That's my dude. That's my quarterback, QB1." Kind of a playful, response, but also a, almost somewhat of an endorsement by Caden Ellis, of course, our inside linebacker for the Falcons, who makes a living by thumping people and being physical and aggressive. So, he likes it, he respects it, and he's one of the leaders on the defense. So it kind of shows where the team is at when it comes to Penix, how he is, the leader of the team. Everyone came to his defense during the fight. It wasn't an incident like we had, I think it was 2013 or 14, where somebody knocked Matt Ryan to the ground, and not one person came over there to help him up. That was kind of a telltale factor of the Falcons' attitude at that time. And where they were standing mentally, I think, because you just can't let your quarterback get knocked down without protecting him. I mean, you protect your quarterback at all costs and at all times. So and that's what the Falcons did this time around when it comes to Michael Penix Jr. Is Dee Alford our most versatile cornerback? He's had a really good camp, and he had a really good day yesterday as well, going against the Titans. Dee Alford, I think he could be one of our most versatile corners on the team. I mean, he can play inside, he can play outside, and then some of you may not remember, but I believe I also did punt returns as well in college, or he's at least capable of it. So I could see that. Maybe you can even throw Bowman in there, a guy who's played corner and safety. But I would say, yeah, Dee Alford. I feel like he's a guy you could put anywhere in not anywhere in the secondary, anywhere in terms of the cornerback spots, left, right, or in the slot, and I think he's going to do a decent job. If he had to go in for A.J. Terrell in a pinch, I wouldn't feel so bad about that. If he had to go in on the other side for Mike Hughes, I feel okay about that. And of course, he's comfortable in the nickel spot. So I like what Dee Alford has done over his time in Atlanta. He's been a survivor. He's made it through quite a couple different regimes. So shout out to Dee Alford. Keep doing what you do, my friend. Next, on Friday, we've got a football game coming up here against those same Tennessee Titans, the pesky Tennessee Titans. And, the plan from their head coach, Callahan, he said that he's going to play his starters, Cam Ward included. So he's going to play them. Not exactly how long. He said it may look the same as they did before, like Cam Ward got a couple of series, but expect his starters to come out and play. Will we see our starters play? Should we play our starters? Yes. Not to match what Tennessee's doing, but at least to give them a little bit of reps here and there, to get the juices flowing. Because we already know the third preseason game is going to be more of evaluation once again for the second to bottom half, to the bottom half of the roster or whatnot. The second, third, or bottom third of the roster. So I think it's going to be good to get our guys some run. Maybe we'll get some answers from Raheem Morris today on that. Who knows? But, it feels like we're not going to see Penix again. If we do, great, but it feels like we're not going to see him at all. Not only in this game. If he doesn't play this game, he's not playing the third game. I'll tell you that. So will we even see Kirk Cousins tonight? Who knows? Maybe they're going to protect him and let it just be Easton Stick and Emory Jones again. But the starters do. I think the starters do need to get out there and knock a little rust off. At least, get out there and make sure that the chemistry is right, that the cadences are right, and they can do everything they need to do pre-snap without causing any penalties. So, because remember last year, pre-snap penalties. I mean, we weren't like the worst in the league at it, but they always come in inopportune times, and I think the preseason is a good way to knock off some of that rust. We'll see if they do it, but that's just my opinion. I'm just one guy. And, in terms of how long they should play, a couple of series, maybe. We don't need to see them till halftime or anything like that. I can understand if it was a new coach, a new system, blah, 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 but this is Zach Robinson's second year in the regime, and we've got a lot of the same pieces from last year. So, again, I'd be down with maybe, one or two series or even the whole first quarter, even if they could, arrange something like that. To get those guys out there and again to make sure that they've got everything in sync, because what you don't want to see again is week one we come out there against Tampa Bay, 4 or 5 series back to back. We're not doing much of anything. 3 points here or there. The whole point of all of this is to come out, score a touchdown on your opening drive to prove that everything in the preseason you've done was not for naught. All right, y'all, let's call it good today. We will be back on Falcons Friday to preview the Falcons and Titans game one last time. And y'all can give me a follow on social media if you don't mind. Craig G Sports, CRAIG, the letter G in the word sports, and also Fan Arch Co in the top left corner up here, FANARCHCO. And please hit subscribe and make sure your notifications are on, so that way when we drop another video, you're the first one to know about it. Everybody have a fantastic Thursday, and we will talk to you again on Falcons Friday. Sayonara and buenos noches.